Good evening, Professor and class. This is Giovanni. The name of the program that I will be evaluating is the Permanent Supportive Housing Program. The purpose of this program is to provide permanent supportive housing for homeless individuals who are suffering from a mental health condition. The study will use a quantitative research because the goal is to measure the outcomes of permanent supportive housing on the level of homelessness among individuals with mental health conditions. Quantitative research measures and tests relationships or patterns between variables, focusing on numerical data and statistical analysis. This will be a quasi-experimental study because participants will not be randomly assigned to groups. Instead, individuals will be categorized based on program participation, those who had access to permanent supportive housing, and those who did not, but received only mental health services. My plan is to compare outcomes for people with both permanent supportive housing and mental health services, since mental health services are a requirement for that program, versus mental health services only. For this evaluation, I will use a post-test only comparison group design, since data will be available only at the end of the project, the end line, for both the intervention group and the comparison group. Since I am using a comparison group model, I will rely on secondary data for my evaluation. The secondary data will be obtained from government agency and one private agency, all of which is publicly available and at no cost. The agencies are the California State Auditor, the Los Angeles Housing Service Authority, also known as LAHSA, Los Angeles County, specifically their Chief Executive Office, and the RAND Corporation. Now, the RAND Corporation, despite being a private entity, it is still governmentally funded, hence the reason why this information is publicly available. The sample will be a purpose sample, as it is intentionally selected to represent the population being evaluated. Purpose sampling is appropriate for this evaluation because it allows the selection of participants who specifically meet the criteria, such as individuals with mental health conditions involved in permanent supportive housing program, making sure that the sample is relevant for assessing the program outcomes. And with that, this brings an end to my presentation. I look forward to listening to all of your presentations and in completing this evaluation. Have a blessed week, everybody. Good night.